In the previous lecture, we have seen how to create detail view. Now, in this lecture, we'll see introduction of template view using class-based views. In this session, we'll see built-in class-based views API, which is provided by the Django itself, which is built-in class-based views. Okay, so for that, you can go this link and search for the built-in class-based views in the Django documentation version 1.11. Okay, fine. So for this base views, generic display views, we'll see some of them in our sections, and we'll see how to use them in our project, and we'll understand it in detail. Okay, so for that we'll create one app. Python manage.py start app, or you can use Django-admin start app dashboard. Okay, so fine, just restart the server, and in the Sublime text editor we got our dashboard. Okay, great. Okay, we got our dashboard. Fine. So in this dashboard, go to the views.py and we'll create our views and render templates and write class-based views over here, and we'll keep the URLs in the projects urls.py. Okay, fine. So just close this and let's go to the documentation. Okay, and see the template views. Okay, so first we'll see this, and we have seen it, but just for the reminder, just copy this and just make a class dashboard template view, and we'll inherit the template view. Will template underscore name is equal to home.html. okay, and that's enough, home.html, and we'll not use this anymore, but we'll use this dashboard.template. Okay, but we need to import the dashboard. We need to import dashboard, which is our app name, dashboard.views import dashboard template view. Okay, so we'll use this as view and save it. Okay, so dash home, you can give whatever you want over here. Okay, fine. So just hit the URL. If we hit this, it will give us an error because there is no such URL, dash home. Okay, great. So we got the same template as in the dash home as well. Okay, so this is just basics which we have seen in the last video, but we'll see how to use this get context data. What does this mean? Let's just check it. This is the method flowchart. Just open it. Get context data. It returns a dictionary representing the template context. That means the whole context, just like a list which you have passed in the views.py context in the book views. So this is the context, is the whole context which is returned by the get context data. So it will return the context. We can use this get context data directly in our class-based views. Okay, so just back it, and we need to just copy this data and for the reference. So if we use function-based views, then we can use get context and get context, then request, and then QS or any form or any object name, just like book.objects.all, and after that just return render and request and template name, just like home.html, and context just for the reference QS, just like objects in QS. Okay, so if you're using the function based views, then you should use like this, but we are using the class based views, so we can use like this. Okay, so this is the method which we are going to inherit, and this is the keyword args, but I would prefer to use args as well for the non-keywordable arguments. And here itself, so for context, to get the context, we need to call the superclass, which is this class, and just copy this and paste it over here. Self get context data, this is the function name, and args. Okay, so fine, and we need to set the title as this is the context. Okay, and return the context. Fine. So okay, and we go to the home.html, and in the block content, instead of in the template view, we'll use the context, which is title. Okay, because we define title over here. Okay, just go to the browser. Okay, there is some indentation error. Okay, fine, just save it and again refresh. Okay, this is the context. So this is how we can use the get context data. This is how we can use get context data, which is provided by the Django itself, and we don't need to write the whole function and render the templates. We need to just call the super method of the class and pass the arguments in keyword arguments. Just pass the title itself and just define the title over here, and we'll get the whole template rendered. Okay, so this is just basic of get context data. This is the example of what we can use over there, and this is the redirect view. You can go through the documentation and so on. Okay, fine. So this is generally the view which is called the generic base view. And one more thing I want to show you is that if you want to check out the code of the template view, the code of the Django is provided in the GitHub. So you can go through this link, github.com, Django blob master Django views generic and base.py. So here is the whole code, context mixin, which we'll see in the few seconds, and the class view, the dispatch, what are all this, we'll see in a few seconds. Just go through this template view. So this is the get method, which we also can use this by just inheriting the template view, which we'll see in the couple of next videos. And this template response mixin, context mixin view, we can directly use this view by just inheriting this from django.views.generic.base and input template view. Okay, so you can go through this whole code, and if you want to get any reference from this code, you can get this, as this is the open source, so you can get this whole code in your local system. Okay, fine. And one more thing, we'll see how to use the detail view and the mixin. And the one more important topic is the login required template, not a template but login required. We'll see in the next session. So if you have any doubt, let us know, otherwise keep going. We have seen introduction of template view using class based views.